What happened to Surge? What happened to Surge, guys? What would possibly happen to the Mountain Dew ripoff, guys? Looks like it. Tell me your Mountain Dew ripoff without telling me your Mountain Dew ripoff.
90s could be distilled into a can, it would surely be a can of Surge, the flyest drink of that bygone era. Some may remember it for its fully loaded citrusy sweetness, others for its rather deranged commercials. But, tragically, it's most
citrus. Is Mountain Dew citrus flavor? They have a citrus flavor.
known as the drink that left us too soon. Today we're asking...
I don't like the way they make their can look. It has a 90s vibe to it.
Whatever happened to Surge? But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel and let us know in the comments below.
Is this a 90s food, guys? It might not be.
Other gone too soon beverages you
it might be a 2000s food.
would like to hear about next. Okay, grab your skateboard and your Green Day Dookie CD because it's time to kickflip back to 1996. In the
Scandinavian urge.
1990s, Coca-Cola was looking for a way to dethrone Mountain Dew as the world's most popular citrus soda for teenage boys. Coke had already tried to outdo
out of the world, guys. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's got dreams like that.
the Dew decades before, when they introduced Mellow Yellow to the world.
Yo, Mellow Yellow. I know what Mellow Yellow is. Do they still sell that? They have to, maybe. I think that might be. I want Mellow Yellow around, even though it looks so similar to Mountain Dew.
1979. But they were doomed from the start. And
like their logo looks so similar.
no guest
The red and the green, guys? That's Mountain Dew's.
appearance in Days of Thunder was going to fix that. Mellow Yellow just didn't have the same hyperactive, grounded in middle school energy as Mountain Dew, and we're willing to bet it never will. So if Coke wanted to compete, they needed to develop a whole new recipe. Because this was the 90s, it needed to be something cool and extreme, like a crocodile.
Yeah, those are cool and extreme. Quite dangerous. Look at it, bro. Overgrown lizard.
Wearing sunglasses.
Oh man, that was so
okay, that definitely makes it cool.
extreme!
And in 1996, they developed just the thing. They called it Mountain Dew Killer, or MDK for short. Okay.
They're like, yo, let's take out this already established brand with our carbon copy of it that tastes slightly different.
Coke, lighten up. But if Nathan Fielder's Dumb Starbucks taught us anything, you have to be a little more original than that if you want to make it in this world. Enter Urge. Coca-Cola shot across the bow of a Viking ship.
Wait, what? They have a spin-off drink.
Why the weird and
I'm down to try Urge. It looks like urine.
analogy? Because it was initially a Norwegian exclusive. Urge was the name of MDK's first appearance on the market. It was a hit with
It looks like beer.
citrus-loving Scandinavians, and it soon found a home in Sweden and Denmark as well. It wasn't long before Urge grew even bigger still, and in 1997, Urge set sail across the ocean blue in a bid to claim Mountain Dew's
I don't really drink like those 20-ounce cans that much, or bottles. I did when I was a kid,
territory for
and you know, my parents bought me stuff.
itself.
Strain competition.
Already well established in America, Mountain Dew had sprung from humble Tennessee origins, where it once had a country bumpkin for a mascot and used the slogan,
Mountain Dew will tickle your innards cause there's a bang in every bottle.
they
Well, Mountain Dew's come a long way.
should bring that back.
Wait, why is it a whiskey-looking bottle?
Because who can resist a cola-slinging bumpkin? But in 1992, PepsiCo rebranded the Dew for a cooler, more youthful audience. They introduced the slogan, Do the Dew, and started buying up ads that featured BMX bikers and skateboarders.
Hey, that was a thing back then. It's still a thing, but
That's rad.
a little bit less now. Now everything's about the phone.
Mountain Dew soon became synonymous with the X Games, and it wasn't long before every cool kid in town was chugging Mountain Dew while rollerblading past the local library and giving all the books the finger. By
Mountain Dew's alright, however it's caffeinated. I like their flavors, however it's caffeinated, guys.
1997, Mountain Dew held 8
And their natural flavor stuff got me feeling different, bro.
80% of the heavy citrus soda market. If Urge wanted to compete, they'd have to go bigger, hipper, and more extreme. So, Coke renamed the project Surge and dropped $50 million on an ad campaign for Super Bowl 31. There was one problem. Surge was already an existing product on the American market. Its trademark was owned by the Babson Bros, whose Surge milker had been proudly milking cows across America since 1925. Rather
That still might be used, guys. A lot of these products do need a renovation.
than pursue a future in which America's preteens gulped down cartons of extreme milk while tearing up the blacktop on their Razor scooters, the Babson Bros filed
It's a strange trend.
a petition to stop
Oh, guys, I put the plushie in the back. It will be in the back. Eventually, we'll get a play button, hopefully, in the back as well.
Coke's Super Bowl ad campaign. They ended up settling with Coke for an undisclosed amount of money, and the Super Bowl was back on, with Surge's new ads ready to bombard C students everywhere. While Mountain Dew's advertising stuck mostly to established extreme sports, Coke knew that they'd have to step things up if they wanted to outdo the
It was the energy drink, I guess?
So,
The energy drink before energy drinks. That's what it's kind of marketed as, guys.
rather than relying on boring old snowboards and
And honestly, a low-dose energy drink, a Mountain Dew, I'll be down to take those, because the regular energy drinks, oh god, those be a lot sometimes, bro. I had to go to the emergency room because of energy drinks one day.
parachutes, Coke made up games all their own to show the extremes teenage boys would go just to get their grubby little hands on Surge. In one ad, a group of young men raced towards a bottle of Surge by rolling down a hill in metal barrels. In another, some
Okay, that's highly dangerous.
hockey players
However, rolling down a hill inside of like something, it's actually kind of fun if it's safely done.
beat the lime green pea out of a group of innocent snowmen, one of whom holds the coveted soft drink. And yet another features a violent foot race over a collection of living room furniture in the middle of the street, like an obstacle course made on a severely tight budget. Yeah,
That's 90s commercials.
we really don't understand that last one either.
Makes no sense.
But nobody needed to understand it. Surge's marketing relied on the pure and utter chaos that teenagers
Somebody got rich off Surge.
adore. They even went as far as inventing their own words to try and make old ones
The spiky hair. Oh, how the spiky hair has not really been a hairstyle in this current age.
more exciting. Who needs carbohydrates when you can have
Carbos.
a word that seems to refer to the drink's high maltodextrin content? And within-your-face slogans like
Beat the rush.
So Surge is not, Surge is still a thing, guys. Because the ones that he's got on the side here are like an updated version of it with the, like, calories per serving.
and
Life's a scream.
Coke had everything they needed to lure young millennials away from dusty old Mountain Dew and under the crisp new wing of Surge. Unfortunately for Coke, they
And
might
get some nice radioactive green drink, guys. It's gonna surge your blood pressure, I guess.
have taken things a bit too far. Surge's marketing campaign broadcast into
Radio.
households across America images of geared-up teens wreaking havoc. But by trying to make Surge seem more extreme than Mountain Dew, Coke may have pushed the envelope of what was socially acceptable.
What was the caffeine? Is there even caffeine in these?
Whoops.
The message to parents was clear. Drinking Mountain Dew will make your kid pick up a skateboard and memorize every level of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Drinking Surge, though, that'll make your kid go nuts. Reports started coming in from schools across the nation. Kids were drinking Surge at school, and they were acting like little maniacs because of it. Although, whether the kids were acting out because of the actual contents of the drink,
Jeez.
or were merely imitating Surge's dystopian extreme marketing campaign is unclear. But nuance can't hold a candle to
Extreme marketing.
hordes of angry parents. As far as they were concerned, Surge was making their kids crazy, and it had to go. Soon campaigns took off in school districts all over the country to have Surge
Well, whoever made Surge did a darn good job at being CEO of Surge.
removed from school vending machines.
Guys, it's suffering the same fate that Mountain Dew did, where They just have to make like a ton of spin-off flavors. However, Surge, I don't think Surge has the budget. So they might have merged with Mountain Dew or something. And anyways, like, Surge is using the same, like, factory that Mountain Dew uses. So it's like, yo, kind of the same thing, really.
Even though Mountain Dew was allowed to stay. Some schools even banned kids from bringing Surge onto the grounds, like it was a handle of scotch rather than a can of corn syrup and water. Any attempt to bring the black market product into the classroom would result in swift disciplinary action. But what these parents and administrators didn't seem to realize, or didn't seem to care, was that Mountain Dew actually had more caffeine in it than Surge by...
So Mountain Dew does. The energy drink, guys. Mountain Dew's the energy drink. Let's be real here.
by 4 whole milligrams. Like their kids, they had fallen for Surge's chaotic marketing, and they went after Surge regardless of the facts. In spite of the backlash, or maybe because of it, Surge had strong initial sales. In 1997, Coke sold...
No, I'll be down to try one, guys. Has anyone tried it? Let me know in the comments below.
69 million cases of Surge, a far cry away from Mountain Dew's 605 million.
But me personally, just looking at it, it looks, you know, just like a standard knockout drink with marketing.
Cases, but a good surge towards building Surge's brand into a true Dew competitor.
And a standard mock-up drink with marketing is not going to taste the exact same as the regular Mountain Dew. They'll be like, they might get a lawsuit if it's the exact same.
Dropped Mountain Dew's market share down to 66% from its previous 80%.
Wonder what the secret ingredient is and how it is different than Mountain Dew, though, is a question.
Sergio Zyman, Coca-Cola's chief marketing officer, and a man whose name matched the bodaciousness of Surge, was the man behind this initial success. Believed by many in his time to be a maverick of the advertising world, he had repeatedly bucked convention and had successfully
I can agree.
rebranded Coke's products for a new generation. Wait, I thought that was a Pepsi slogan. Even though Zyman was responsible for the notorious failure of New Coke, hey, they can't all be home runs. His image in the industry remained that of the rebel through to the end. A year after Surge's launch, though, Zyman resigned from Coca-Cola for disputed reasons, because the guy behind Surge was never going to go quietly. Unfortunately, the vacuum he left behind left Surge in the lurch. Zyman was replaced by Charles S. Frenette, a man eager to return Coke to the pre-Zyman era of Coca-Cola marketing, and he didn't seem
S. Frenette
to know how to handle the youth-centered market to which Surge had tethered its brand. In 1998, under Frenette's leadership, Surge's year-over-year sales dropped by almost 25%. That is
Oh, this is not in my time zone, guys. I was born in 1993. Came and went.
decidedly not radical.
Like, my earliest memory is at like 4 years old, guys. We're getting to the end of Surge's lifespan, it looks like.
Coke sold under 52 million cases of Surge that year, over 17 million fewer cases.
But no, these videos are from like 2016, so it's probably still around.
Than in 1997. All the while, Mountain Dew's sales only increased. Just 1 year later, Surge's sales numbers weren't even half of what they were in 1998. Frenette, for his part, tried to reduce the product's negative stigma with parents, but the effort was futile. Surge would never recover. Finally, in 2003, Coca-Cola discontinued the product altogether, making Surge just another name in the ranks of...
And then there will be a campaign to bring it back. I'm starting to get into their business models, bro.
Fallen soft drinks.
You take it away, they want it. They rally for it. It comes back. It comes back stronger.
Like 7-Up Gold, or that Pepsi Blue bullshit. Almost a decade after Surge's untimely demise, Coca-Cola tried yet again to make Mellow Yellow hip to a new generation. They fell back onto their 1990 idea of tying the product to the high-speed antics.
So is Mountain Dew a Coca-Cola company? It seems like everything's a Coca-Cola company.
Of Days of Thunder. And in 2010, Coca-Cola launched a new ad campaign that paired Mellow Yellow with America's favorite pastime, drag racing. They partnered with the National Hot Rod Association and gave away free cans of Mellow Yellow to adoring racing fans across the nation. Even though there isn't much we
Hey, free soda? That's like free money.
It wouldn't do for a free can of soda. The campaign failed to make a dent in Mountain Dew's sales, and Coca-Cola has since gone back to the drawing board. But whatever happened to Surge? Could it appear on the horizon like Gandalf and restore Coke's Mountain Dew killer? In the years since Surge vanished from the market, multiple communities have popped up across the internet to put pressure on Coke to bring the product back.
Jeez, bro. Huge warehouse. Okay, this is a website, guys. An old website, for sure. This is how websites used to look. Same template.
From SaveSurge.org to the Surge movement, people have digitally shown up by the thousands to show their support for the discontinued.
However, I didn't grow up with these. However, let's bring back Cheetos, Flaming Hot Cheetos Asteroids, guys. That's what I want back.
Soft drink. In fact, the Surge movement was so successful in garnering
To rent the billboard, the production, Indiegogo's fees.
support that they managed to raise the $4,000 needed to buy a billboard outside of Coca-Cola's Atlanta headquarters.
Oh man.
It read, "Dear Coke, we couldn't buy Surge, so we bought this billboard instead. Maybe could have invested in something with a better chance of return, like pop figures or a savings account." But the higher-ups at Coke saw this message,
Pop figures are a good
and they
idea.
responded. More than
Resurgence.
10 years after Surge was discontinued, Coke gave it a second shot. In 2014, the company announced that due to pressure from online communities, Surge was once more coming back onto the market. The announcement, made over Facebook, got over 3,000 likes and 700 comments. There
Let's go, let's go.
was joy in the digital streets as ticker tape rained down on imaginary digital cities.
Hey, I'm with them. Bring back Surge.
Coca-Cola arranged to sell the soda exclusively through Amazon. For a mere $14, anyone could buy 12 16-ounce cans of Surge from Papa Bezos himself, and no parents or school administrators would be around this time to stop them.
Dang it, man. They found something that's good as Mountain Dew.
The anticipation was so great that the initial stock of Surge sold out in just 2 hours. Coke refilled the stock, and it sold out again that same day. But the resurgence was short-lived. It wasn't long before the product disappeared again. For the next few years, Surge scalpers took advantage of its absence, selling the product for jacked-up prices as rumors swirled
Wow.
of its official return. But in 2018, Surge
Oh, it's chicken fries.
reappeared once more in the most royal of places. Through an exclusive deal with Burger King, Surge briefly rented a room in Coke's freestyle soda machines across America.
Oh, that's so cool. You can get the other colors as well. Grape, cherry, vanilla. These soda streams are so awesome.
What's more, Burger King even gave the drink its own limited-time slushie. It's good to be king. All good things must come to an end, though, and Surge seems to have wandered off and disappeared once again. But for those of you who can't wait for Surge to show back up, there's hope. Remember Urge, the Norwegian predecessor to Surge? It never went off the market, and is still just one quick cruise line away from being yours. While it trades Surge's toxic green look for a muddy brown color, and according to some the recipes aren't quite identical, Urge
I prefer to drink sodas out of cans rather than bottles, though.
may just be the only hope for getting your Surge fix anytime soon. So until Coke decides to bring our favorite can of Shrek blood back, you'll just have to feel the urge to surge. So what do you think?
Dang, it is discontinued, man. Oh well. They might release a formula or something. They might release a drink again. I used to drink all the Surge all the time when it was out. Bro. Even though I'm younger, I know what the feeling is like. Because you know how Taco Bell will discontinue so many stuffs. I feel it had less of a sugary sweet taste like Mountain Dew, while still tasting citrusy. What's that bright green color is so iconic. But yeah, we could try like an old can of Surge, guys, one day. If you guys are interested. See you guys next one.